Yes?
You've lost your mind if you think that I'm going to stop putting a doormat outside of my kitchen door. That is in no way an obstruction of a fire escape. That is. But there is no way that I'm going to stop using a doormat to keep dirt outside of my kitchen. That's completely unreasonable.
Okay, can we walk down together? Let me explain to you. Okay, look at this. So if I go shopping, or if I bring the FedEx...
But this is a fire escape. This isn't an ingress or egress from the building. And the fact that you have issues with the interior air does not change the nature of this staircase.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The fact that you can't use the normal stairs like everyone else in this building does not change the nature of this staircase. This is a fire escape staircase. This is not intended for ingress and egress with laundry, groceries, things like that.
Okay, I live here, and then the fact that I cannot use the interior stairs is because you, Kendall, and Sarah insisted you need to close the windows.
When it's 30 degrees outside, which is normal.
Number one, 30 degrees never have happened. You cannot even pull the data out.
Okay,
number two,
35 degrees. When I came home in January, it was 38 degrees.
Do you really want to talk to me or just want to be angry?
No, I'm coming to explain myself because you send these long emails nobody has time to read or respond to, and then now you're sending ridiculous emails about doormats. The whole world is covered in doormats. No one else seems to have a problem with them. And I'm just telling you, you're out of your mind if you think I'm going to stop using a doormat to keep dirt out of my apartment.
Okay.
And it's an unreasonable request, and I'm not going to comply. And you're also out of your mind if you think people are removing light bulbs and breaking light switches. Sure, I come outside and I turn the lights out because I got a floodlight that goes out into all the downstairs kitchen windows and lights up the entire apartment. And there's no reason for you to leave the lights on at all hours of the night. There's no reason you need the light on at 3 in the morning when you're not going up and down the stairs. You have a switch here, you have a switch at the bottom. I would appreciate it if you would use the switches accordingly and turn the lights on and off appropriately when you're going up and down the stairs as opposed to just leaving them on all the time.
Do you really want to listen to me or just want to keep telling me your concern with your agitation?
Speak. Say whatever you want. Let's hear it.
Okay, thank you. Number one, I am compelled to use this fire escape case to egress and ingress now due to you and Kendall and Sarah's inconsideration of my unable to use the interior stairs only because you 3 people think it will affect your interior temperature. If you think that affect your interior temperatures, as I explained to you, number one, you have windows that are single panel, you had heat loss.
I have double paned windows on the other side, so that's a silly stripping on the interior doors. So
and no, here you can see through the bottom there. So they are weather strip in the interior door?
No, there's not. Which is why having that window open right next to my bedroom door, my apartment door, lets in a constant breeze.
Yeah. So and
I'm fine leaving the windows open now that it's 60 degrees. If you want to open these windows and leave them open and use the normal stairs, that's fine. I just said when it's 35, 38, 40 degrees outside, that's unreasonable and it's frigid.
Number one, it was not. You really cannot pull that data out.
That's a lie. It was absolutely in the 30s in January and February.
Okay,
it was one of the coldest winters that San Francisco's had in a long time.
Yes, that's fact.
And that data you can't pull up.
Okay, let's pull that out, but we cannot keep moving on before I skip this one. Okay, so there are no weather strips. So would you consider to ask, which I proposed to you before, to the landlord to install the weather strips to your door? And if you think that the common area, you don't even live there, you don't eat there, you don't take a shower there, you don't sleep there, it's going to affect your interior temperature, in that case, you are closing a window. That makes me cannot breathe. I'm allergic. as allergic I can be to the dog and also the mold inside. I mean, you want to keep it warm, but that will at cost of my vital sign. It makes me hard to breathe, and it makes me start to cough. And then when you close the window in the middle of night, I have to walk up.
Perhaps a building that's built in the 1920s that has not been kept up is not the appropriate place for you if you have such difficulty breathing, because no one else in this building has the same troubles. I have asthma too, and I have no problem breathing inside or out.
Do you really want to listen to me, or just want to keep telling me there is no problem for you and you are being unhappy because I'm creating problems for you? What do you want? You are creating problems for me. So that's all you want to tell me.
And I'm listening to you.
Yes, I'm reporting you fact that if you close the windows in the middle of night, I walk up middle of night and coughing, I cannot breathe, and sometimes if I walk close here, if I go out and come in and then found you close the window for long hours, sometimes I start to vomit. And then if I have a real asthma attack, then when I walk even close to my door, I started to just cough. And then sometimes I feel like vomit too. I really can't. I just want fresh air. And then even if you are cold, you should ask the landlord, which I proposed to you, to install weather strips that will help you to not to have the breeze. Because you are telling me the breeze makes you freezing cold inside.
In February, right. Now, I think it's very comfortable out here.
But it's not only you, it's also Kendall, it's also Sarah. How am I going to get a promise from you and then handle her later? And then it's going to get cold sometimes.
I'm not promising anything. Now, if you are making such a strong argument that none of the air from the common space comes in my apartment, how come it's such an issue with air coming into your apartment? If you're saying you're walking by your closed door and the bad air that's in the common area is giving you asthma attacks and making you vomit.
Drift. Additionally, exactly, same thing, the drift. As what you experience from your door. So you concede that the cold air also, that same air that's either cold or toxic, depending on if you ask me or you, comes in the apartments. Yes, but... The other thing that I haven't understood is... Yes? When you were... I know now you keep that door shut to the common area, but you had it open like this, and with a tapestry out. And if you're so allergic to the mold that's in there, dog hair, whatever other pollutants are in there, then why would you leave your door wide open to that? Why wouldn't you shut your door? That's exactly why I sometimes sleep on my couch next to the open window, because I need fresh air. I told the landlord before I moved in, I told her I need fresh air, cross ventilation. I told her leasing agent, without the fresh air, and then if there are dog, cat, smoker, Stanley is a very good dog. I absolutely, and then as I told you, I think he is actually the only one who is friendly to me. But it's only fact that if I don't have fresh air, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You have a mosquito on your forehead. Thank you. And then at the time when I rented the place, and then the leasing agent showed me, I presume that leasing agent showed you as well. She told me no pets here, and she told me she would open the window, make sure there's a good cross ventilation. Then for doing that, I paid her 6 months lease in advance. So I moved in. I really need fresh air at even the expense. I'm willing to pay 6 months lease in advance to move in. So when you close this window here, it really makes me having stress in two levels. Number one, immediate physiological level. I just can't breathe. And number two, I feel like you promised me, I'm not saying you, the landlord promised me to have good air and no allergen dog, cat, smokers. And then she moved in a dog without even telling me. And now she doesn't even listen to me. I sent her my doctor document. My doctor even told me when I visited him in office, if the landlord saw a document, she will keep the window open. And when I sent the document to the landlord, she didn't respond to me directly. She even has her attorney to send me a letter saying that if I keep continuing to open the windows and the door to vent, it's untolerated behavior.
Correct.
Yeah, that frightened me. And then all my other American friends who were born, raised, and live and work most of their life to 30, 40 years, they told me it was not my misunderstanding. It was not my hallucination. The landlord was setting up a scenario. If I ever open the windows, doors to vent, she could legally evict me because I'm creating the security problem for other tenants that Sarah has an issue with. So I stopped. Then what do you expect me to do? I want to live here. That's why I paid her 6 months lease to want to stay here. So I started to use these stairs so I don't have to fight with her. It was very difficult for me. I had to try to open the window without making you guys hear me, and you guys never stop slamming the window. And Chris even didn't want to come home in the January and February at evening time. When evening time, he knew that you guys are coming back home, and he started to go to the office. And sometimes he even slept in the office because he knew I wanted to open window, and he knew you guys are going to slam the window. Okay? And so I can only walk here. The window. She did. Both of your wife and then your neighbor, Sarah, did. Please do not deny. You witnessed that too. You knew what your wife was doing. I didn't witness anyone
slamming the window. These windows get stuck, and it makes a lot of noise when you close them.
Just like it makes a lot of noise. This one.
Right, exactly. It makes a lot of noise when you open and close it because it's 70 years old.
Okay, then
but
you tell me.
No one's being aggressive or threatening you.
Then you explain to me how come each time because it was old, it's making a lot of noises.
Chinky, that doesn't make any sense. Does it make noise when you open a door? It only makes noise when you close a door, right?
It makes noise.
You can't slam a door open. You can't slam a window open.
You can slam the window closed.
Right. And just like when you shut a door, it makes noise when you close it because it's the contact. It doesn't make noise when you open it.
It does, because I heard you guys open the windows sometimes, like in April 5th when she...
Did we slam the windows open?
No, of course not.
Right, because it's impossible.
Yes, and it's also impossible for you to open the window without being heard, because I hear you all the time.
Okay, that's creepy.
Yes, it's creepy because you just explained to me it was 70 years old window. Okay, I haven't finished my argument yet. So my main argument is I really cannot breathe. I'm not trying to bring something only now. I really cannot breathe, so I try to open window only because I want to breathe. And then not single time, you three are so cold when I open the window. You have to come out to see the window open. Then you guys were agitated and angry.
That's
and
not
they
true.
slammed.
I come home, I work late. I come home at 7 or 8 o'clock at night in January and February, and it's 42 degrees outside, and the window's wide open when I get home. I don't have to leave my apartment to see it. And I can feel it in the mornings in January and February. I could wake up in the morning and walk towards the bathroom and feel the cold air coming in, so I knew that the window was open. I didn't have to go outside on a fishing expedition like you like to do with building inspectors. I could feel in my apartment when the window was open. That's how much cold air was coming in. And that issue's been resolved. The windows are shut, the doors are shut. That's fine. All I'm doing is I'm coming up here to say I'm not moving my doormat. I don't like dirt in my apartment. That's not an unreasonable obstruction.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me you don't want to discuss anything about the windows, the air. You want to move to the other issue, which is the doormat, right?
Well, you must have a lot more time than I do, because we've been talking about the window issue for about 15 minutes, and there's no resolution. That issue's already been resolved. The windows are shut. If you want to take it up with the landlord, then you can. But that was the resolution that you and the landlord came up with.
Which I have told you since February 14th when you told me you wanted the window closed for temperature, and then so we moved that to landlord. Yes, and then now I'm just trying to tell you the reason why I'm using the fire escape, because you told me there was no way that.
Well, the use of one tenant doesn't change the nature of a fire escape.
The nature of fire escape it should be clear, and it should not disturb others go up and down when passing it. And I'm trying to illustrate when I go up and down, and then it's just narrowed. My foot is large. I have to walk extra slowly. Either make sure I come here or come here. I just can't in between. Then it wobbled. I don't even know if you can be in my shoes, try to carry something up and down and see how it's just, and especially if I were carrying the laundry basket or FedEx delivery, I can only concentrate, hold down to stuff and then try to be stable instead of looking down. Where do I step onto because it's not thin it's nothing. It just makes my ankle wobble. It's just difficult to walk. And if you think the whole world is going to use a doormat to wipe the dirt out, can you just use it and then put it aside after using it? Because for the same reason as you just said, nobody's using it for ingress, egress. Okay, same reason. Nobody use it for just wipe your dirt off the shoes. You can also use it once and put it aside as well. My grandmother had a dog. Each time the dog coming in and out, we wipe their feet. I'm just saying there are more than one way to deal with the dirt on the shoes. Because right now you're trying to tell me the only reason why you want to leave the doormat by your kitchen door was because you want to wipe the shoes.
Look, living in an urban environment is a compromise among many people, and all I'm telling you is that doormat right there was there when we moved in.
So that's not even your property.
Do you want me to go buy one and then tell you to stop touching it?
No.
Do you want to throw it away because I didn't buy it because I don't have a bill of sale?
Did I ever throw it away? I don't even
No, but you move it every day, and in fact, the way that you're moving it now, it blocks my doorway. And if anything, I could trip coming out because you put it blocking the door. Oh. All I'm saying is that...
Very good. So you understand the concept very clearly. It's right off the door.
A doormat that is horizontal at ankle level, yes, that's a hazard. A doormat that's acting as a doormat is not unreasonable. It's not a hazard. It's not blocking a fire escape. And if you think that's what Anne's email was about, then you've lost your mind.
Okay, so would you like to tell Anne that I lost my mind because you don't think that your doormat is blocking the fires there? Okay.
I will let her know.
Because obviously for the 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we still have the same conversing pattern that we are not resolving whatever
are you recording
disagreement.
This?
Yes, I'm recording this because I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of her. I'm afraid of Sarah too. You guys come to my place.
You know you can't. You know it's against the law to record conversations without consent.
Okay.
So you're breaking California privacy laws right now.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So I don't want to break the privacy law, but I really want to protect myself. So maybe we should stop the conversation and then put everything in writing instead.
I can't handle writing with you. You send 10-page emails that no one has time for, that make no sense, and talk about ridiculous arguments with single-pane windows when I have double-pane windows and square footage calculations that don't make any sense.
How about the weather strips? Do you think the weather strips will help you? Do you want to install weather strips?
I think weather strips are a good idea. I would not object to that. However, I do not want to I don't want to sign on with the level of demands that you're putting on the landlord. I'm trying to be a good tenant and a responsible tenant and take ownership of the community that is here and help out by doing nice things for the building. And I don't want to be pestering the landlord, and I certainly don't want to I don't want to be seen as being on the same side as you and demanding things every 3 or 4 weeks. So no, I'm not going to sign on to you.
I'm still continue recording, because you just brought up this issue. So yeah.
So you're going to delete the previous stuff.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
And I never gave you my consent to continue recording.
Then we probably need to stop our conversation because I really want to protect myself. Thank you.
So are you going to delete that?
I'm sorry, I cannot give you a firm answer right now.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll send you a letter.
Thank you.
And don't touch my doormat.
You cannot put it there.